Hi guys, this is Kim and Brian with the Kim and Brian Show, and the tip for the day: make the money, don't let the money make you. Take it away, Brian.
Oh my goodness. So, a lot of us entrepreneur types or non-entrepreneur types moving into entrepreneurial, we think a lot about success.
Yes.
But we don't always understand what it is that success means to us.
That's true.
Let that sink in a minute.
And you know what it did, because big cars, big houses, boats, and things like that people attain that and think they have made it and they're successful, but that's just stuff, right?
Yeah. They're successful, but they're not fulfilled.
Exactly. Oh my God. Let's not even go into that fulfillment part, because they can have the world in their hands and still not be satisfied.
That is absolutely true, and we see that every day with, I'm not going to mention any names, but
no, we can't do
there's
that.
a lot of different actors, actresses,
oh my God, yeah, you see it every day.
Come to mind, and like you said, you see it every day.
Yeah.
So what success is to you needs to be defined before you make a goal.
Tell them, Brian.
So, to me, again, there are so many different ways. Just ChatGPT it. I did. And I was so surprised by the results. It was a thought that came to me from a good friend of mine that success is more than money.
It really is.
So I asked ChatGPT, how many other versions of success are there besides money? Turns out there's a lot. There's success in relationships.
That's a good one.
I believe a lot of people don't have that these days, and that's a good one to strive for.
The divorce rate is high, right?
Yes, it is. There's success in religion. If you want to get closer to your higher power, that's a version of success that might be important to you.
And it's comforting.
Absolutely.
And it just helps you flow through the day, having that spiritual connection.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's crucial.
Yeah. And, there's success in, just being securing yourself.
Yeah.
That might be what success looks like to me.
Is it just being comfortable?
Just being comfortable with yourself in your own person.
You know what? I agree with that, because where I am today, success for me at this point in my life is just having a roof over my head and being able to eat and feed my kids.
Yeah, that's success.
And I feel successful.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
With the market as today, how much were eggs just a week ago?
I know it's
$12. My God,
unbelievable. And this is why people are getting chickens and trying to do all of that stuff.
Don't talk about myself.
Again, that's their version of success, is to have a small farm and be self-sufficient.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? Being self-sufficient is another version of success. And like I said, you chat GPT it, you'll get all 50 million different versions of what success is to different people besides just money, because you can have all the money in the world but not feel that you are successful.
So true. And then for me, I remember moving from the city to Long Beach. I had just asked God to simplify my life. And just watching him do that for me, oh my God, I feel grateful and successful, because I am in the high desert living a simple life.
And that's success to you. Again, simplicity is such a beautiful version of success, because so many of us live such complicated lives. I mean, just look at the video we did before on how many different licenses I have. Talk about how complicated it is to keep up with, this one's got to be renewed, that one's got to be renewed.
Yes.
I think I'll be praying for some simplicity pretty soon myself. But
yeah. I think that's actually beneficial, though, to have those licenses under you. You'll never have a money issue, because you can tap into different sources, right, of income.
Exactly. So, success is different to different people, And before you commit to any goals, make sure of what your version of success looks like, so that you know what kind of a goal you should be setting.
And it's clear to you what success is. Because like you said earlier, it's not about the money. It's about a lifestyle that is fulfilled with the money. But true success is from the heart.
That's why I love Keller Williams systems, trainings, models, and all of that. Business Objective, Life by Design, BOLD for short, is one of the trainings that they do, and it's an expensive training. At most times when you take it, it's expensive to you, and you know it's so important and so helpful in helping you to identify what those things are that you need to be focusing on. And a lot of their laws and rules are extremely helpful. Clarity is power is one of my favorite BOLD laws, because it becomes so true. Once you have clarity over your goals, once you have clarity over what success looks like to you, once you have clarity over how much money you actually need in order to fund the life that you want, everything else becomes so much easier, because you know what goals you need to be hitting.
Yes, I agree, Brian. So, with that being said, can we close out?
I think so.
All right, this is the Kim and Brian Show.
Signing off.